Hello students, in this video I am going to discuss regarding the chapter 5 International Marketing Intelligence. So the contents for this session is meaning and definition of international marketing, terms in international marketing, information required for international marketing, meaning of marketing intelligence, meaning of marketing information system, and the advantages of MIS, that is marketing information system. So the first topic, that is meaning and definition of international marketing. So before going to the concept called as international marketing, we need to understand some words called as market as well as the marketing. So the market is nothing but it's a place where we are going to, or the buyer and seller meets together and they are going to exchange the goods and services. But marketing is a process where the buyer and seller will be adopted in order to exchange the goods and services. So international marketing is nothing but it's a process of where the buyer and seller exchange the goods and services not within the country but between the country. Means international marketing is the exchange of goods and services between different national markets involving buyers and sellers. Means the buyers will be from the different country and the sellers will be from the different country, and they are going to exchange the goods and services with each other. So that exchange will be called as international marketing. It is a provision of commercial activities that directs flow of goods and services of the company to customers or consumers or users in more than one nation by the gain. So the main important or main objective of international marketing is to earn the amount called as profit. Next, we have the different terms in international marketing. So first one, we already know that it's in domestic marketing. So the name only suggests that it is a market or where the goods and services will be exchanged within the single country or within a domestic country. Then that exchange will be called as domestic marketing. So there are certain features of the domestic marketing. Already we know that the exchange will be done within the country or single country. There will be one set of competitors, one economy will be there, one set of market pressures will be there, and one set of customers, and last one, marketing mix and plan for domestic markets. So just they are looking into, or they are concentrating only on the domestic consumers only. Second one, we have the export marketing. So the name only says that we are going to export the goods and services to the other countries. So it means exporting goods to the other countries of the world. It involves lengthy procedure and formalities because we need to follow, or the company has to follow the rules and regulations which has been set by the two different nations, that is importing country as well as the exporting country. And even the exporting marketing have certain features. That is first one, it is where the company market its goods and services across national or political boundary. Means they are not only selling their goods within the country but also outside the country also. Second one, usually a reactive situation. Third one, emphasis on product modification if required. And last one, most traditional and least complicated form of international business. So it is the first step for going for the international business, that is mode of international business. Third one, we have international marketing. Means we are going to start the business, or we are going to produce the goods and services as per the preferences of the foreign customers. That is called as international marketing. So it is the exchange of goods and services between different national market involving the buyers and sellers. So there will be no single customer, there will be multi customers. So they're going to export or they're going to exchange the goods and services. And even it has the certain features. First one, entire marketing strategy will need to be adopted. Second one, understanding of different environments becomes essential because they are going to deal with the two different customers of the two different countries. So they need to understand the different environments. Third one, there will be several market because there is no domestic market, even there will be a foreign market also. Fourth important one, differing controllable and uncontrollable variables, infrastructures, advertising or promotions and complexities across markets. So these are the features of internet marketing. Fourth one, we have multinational marketing. So after starting or after establishing the international marketing, then we'll go for the multinational marketing. It is nothing but we are not only concentrating on only one or two country, we are starting the business in more than two or various countries. That will be called as multinational marketing. Means we are just concentrating on the more or various countries. So it is a marketing in various country. This is the with the intention of getting a market share in this country. Means we are not only concentrating for the one domestic country or the two national countries. We are going to establish the business across the or various countries. Multinational marketing involves the domestic firm extending its products into multiple foreign markets. And there are certain features of multinational marketing. It is where similar activities apply to more than one country. So there will be a single product and they are going to sell to the other customers. Some limited control on the marketplace variables. Markets may be independent profit centers. And last one, marketing strategy can be tailored to local market. So as per the requirement of the local market, we can change the marketing strategy. Next, we have pan regional marketing. So in this case, or according to this, we are not concentrating on the country wise, we are going to concentrating on the region wise. For example, some companies like GM Motors, Dior, Rose, Gus, UC, or they are concentrating on the Asian country. So they're just concentrating on the region called as Asian region. So that's why it is called as pan regional marketing. Means they're not giving the preference for the countries, just they're going to concentrate on the particular regions of the country. So this occurs when a small business decides to go after neighboring international market. So we can see the and regional marketing. And last one we have global marketing. So it is nothing but we're going to establish or we're going to do the marketing or exchanging of goods and services across the globe or worldwide. So it is the process of conceptualizing the and then conveying a final product or services worldwide with hopes of reaching the international marketing community. There are certain features. First one, whole organization experts one strategy on a worldwide basis. They're just concentrating on the entire world. Second, might require marketing mix for specific regions. No individual country influence, although often some form of local modification is necessary. And last characteristic, company will require significant market segments with similar demand worldwide. So these are the different terms as to be learned when we are understanding the concept called as international marketing. And next we have the concept called information required for international marketing. Means when we want to concentrate on the international business or international organizations, we need certain information. So based on that information, we'll go for the international marketing or international business. So let us see what are the information required by the business to go for the international marketing. First one, they told that it's a market. So ultimately, any business, if they want to start the business or organizations in the other country, definitely they need the information or accurate information or the correct information of the market, because they need to check what is the day-to-day changes in the demand, either because of the competitors or because of product or because of the promotional programs or maybe advertisement. So day-to-day changes will be taken by the company for going for the international marketing. So first information is required for international marketing is that market, it is nothing but consumer behavior, or it may be product changes, or it may be any advertisement or government policies. All information is required by the company because they need to go for the international marketing. So the market includes either it may be consumer behaviors, products, marketing channels, communications media availability, and market response in it. So all will be included in the market. Second main information is that customer groups, because if the company want to start their business or if they want to exchange their goods to the other countries, definitely they need to check or they need to take the information whether the customers are available for that product in the other countries or not. So they need to collect the information regarding the consumer or the customers. That is the second information called as customer groups. Either it may be based upon the age or based upon the education qualification or occupation, profession, gender, income, ethnic groups, religious groups and beliefs, behavior, patterns, etc. So all the information will be taken by the company before going for the international marketing. And in that we have the concept called as a repetitive bias. It is nothing but whether the company will have the customers who can buy the product on a regular basis or on a repetitive basis. So if there is a repetitive buyers, then they need to check how much he is going to purchase, what is the quantity is required, and what is the quality is required, and what is the purpose of buying, etc. All the information has to be taken by the business before going for the international marketing. Third one, market intermediaries is nothing but brokers, or we call them as a middlemans. Even they need to take the information regarding the market intermediaries, like categories of market intermediaries, cost of intermediaries, functions and services that intermediary provide, and range of products or services. So all the information has to be taken by the business under the category called as market intermediaries, because they play the major role for exchanging of goods and services between the two countries. Next, we have the competition, important one, because every business, if they want to start the business in the other countries or the organizations in the other countries, definitely they will check whether there is any competition for their product in the other countries. If there is a competition, what level of competition is available or prevailed in the other country, whether they can sell their goods in the other countries or whether they cannot sell their goods in the other countries. So they will take the information regarding the competition for their products. Then after they need to go for the international marketing. Next we have the important one called as foreign exchange, because the marketing or exchange is not taking place within the country but between the countries. That's why it is called as international marketing. So they need to take the information that what is the exchange rate or what is the currency value will be exchanged between the two countries. So they told that foreign exchange as its weight of bearing on the cost of business, price of the product to the customers, and profits of the company. So all the information has to be taken by the company before entering into the international market. Next, prescriptive information, that is regarding the rules, regulations, laws, taxes, dividends, and any amount which has to be paid to the customers or the foreign customers. So all the information has to be taken under the head called as prescriptive information. Either it may be in the form of rules, or it may be in the form of taxes, or it may be form of regulations, or it may be any law or act. So all the information has to be taken before entering into the foreign market. Next, we need to understand or we need to get the information of resources, because it is the major one for all the business to start up their business. So they need to check the whether the labor are available at a cheap cost, whether the skilled labors are available, or whether the raw materials are available at a cheap rate. So all the information regarding the resources has to be taken before entering into the international marketing, because if they available or if they get the raw materials or the labor, skilled labors at a cheaper cost, then the cost of production will be reduced and the profit amount will be increased. And last one, general business environment. So under this category, they need to take all the cultural, technical, economical, political, and natural of the host country is necessary to decide upon the viability of the foreign market. So these are the information which has to be collected by the organizations or the business before going to the international marketing. Next, we have the meaning called as meaning of marketing intelligence. They may ask for 2 marks question. So we already know that they need to collect the information for entering or before entering into the international marketing. So the question arises where they can get the information regarding the market. So for that, they given the option or the point called as marketing intelligence. So let us see what is the meaning of marketing intelligence. Marketing intelligence can be defined as the process of acquiring and analyzing information in order to understand the market. So marketing intelligence is nothing but they have the information or the information is available. What we need to do, we need to acquire that or we need to take it that and we need to analyze the information whatever we got. Either it may be in the form of primary data or it may be in the secondary data. First, we need to collect the information. After collection of that information, we need to do the analysis. We need to check whether the information is correct or wrong. After doing the analysis, after understanding, then we need to take the decision for the future as well as the current needs and preferences of the customers. So that process will be called as, or that will be called as marketing intelligence. Means we are going to collect the information, and after collecting the information, we need to analyze that, and after analyzing, we need to understand for the taking the decision regarding the future as well as the current market position. So that is the meaning of marketing intelligence. Next, we have the important concept called as meaning of marketing information system. So to say in simple terms, if the company need any information regarding the country or regarding the market of any particular country, they can easily get the information on the data called as marketing information system. So in short form, we call them as an MIS. So let us see what is the meaning of marketing information system. So marketing information system is a management information system designed to support marketing decision making. Means if any business want to take any decision regarding the marketing, so they need to collect the information. So that information will be available on a particular data or on the system called as marketing information system. So we can easily or we can say in simple terms that marketing information system is nothing but it's a storage of data where the person who requires the data or the information they can collect, and by that they can make the decision for the addition of the marketing. So they have given the definition called as according to Jobber, it as a system in which marketing data is formally gathered, stored, analyzed, and distributed to managers in accordance with their informational needs on a regular basis. So means whenever any managers or whenever any management people, if they want to know the current position or the information regarding the market, they can easily log into the marketing information system, and from that they can easily collect the information. So that is the meaning of marketing information system. Next, we have the advantages of marketing information system. So first one, enables managers to share information and work together virtually. So whatever the information which has been collected by the one manager, he can share the information to the other, and with that information, the others can also take the decision. So all the managers or all the companies they are working together. Second one, it helps marketers collaborate with customers on product design and customer requirements. So whenever any company, if they collect the information regarding the market or regarding the customer preference or regarding the product design they need to provide for the customers. So with the help of marketing information system only, they can easily get the information regarding the customer preference or customer requirements. Based upon that, they can easily provide the or they can easily produce the goods and services, and they can provide the goods and services to the customer. Third one, speed in obtaining sufficient information to make decisions. Means quickly we can collect the information and based upon quickly collected information, based upon that we can do the correct decision. Fourth one, data amassed and kept over several time period. It is not kept only for the shorter period of time, it will be kept for a longer period of time, so it can be used for several time periods. Fifth one, marketing information system helps to perform the ability to do a cost benefit analysis. So we can easily check what is the cost can be incurred by the company and what is the benefit can be incurred or benefit will be get by the company. So both can be analyzed with the help of marketing information system. Means what is the cost which has to be incurred by the company and what is the benefit from that cost can be earned by the company. So both the information can be collected with the help of marketing information system. And last advantage, information is considered to be an important asset for any company in the marketing competitive world, because we can see that for a second or for a minute, every changes or every actions or every process will be keep on updating or keep on changing. So if the company want to be a leader in the domestic market or in the international market, then they need the information which is accurate and correct. So that's why the information, that is marketing information system, plays an important role in the modern competitive world. So these are the different advantages of marketing information system.